Welcome to Code Catch Up. My name is Jamie Jones and I wanted to quickly talk about optimizing queries in your application. So this doesn't matter if you're building an API based application or you're doing like a simple monolith, so like a Rails application or a Laravel application. There's a couple points I really wanted to talk on which I see a lot of people missing and not doing. So one of the things I had to do today was improve the response time of an API endpoint. Now what I'm going to talk about doesn't mean you're actually going to completely blast your endpoint and make it super fast. You might only get an incremental improvement, but at least it's an improvement. The two things you need to do to actually improve that is one, actually make sure you've got some test data that mimics the problem. So if you're querying over 10,000 rows, make sure you set up your development or test database to have over 10,000 rows. And the next thing, which is the most important out of it all, is to actually make sure that you are benchmarking these changes. So before you start, make sure you write a benchmark, and most of your languages have benchmarking tools within it. Otherwise, you can find some tools outside of your program to be able to benchmark. And what you do is with this baseline is it gives you a starting point to see where you're going. So if you're improving or if you're actually going backwards, or if you need at the end be able to go, okay, great, after all this work I've improved the query time by 20%, 40%, whatever that result might be. So what you do is, or at least what I generally do, is make sure I do a snapshot before and after, and also I'll note down any kind of minor changes in between to see what I've got in between. So I might be like, okay, I've tried this one other method, I increased 10% here, this is what I did to do that. Try another one, okay, I actually went up 5% instead of 10. I can see there's some differences there and different methods, and just note them down because those might come in handy later on when you want to further optimize again, so you can kind of see what you did and what kind of changes it gave you. But the main focus is making sure you actually do some benchmarking, because otherwise you can eyeball it and that's great, but one, it's not good for reporting how well you spent your time, as well as you don't really get a true indication of what kind of result you actually have got from your work. So really important to do that. So I highly recommend, if you're going to be doing any query optimization, make sure you do a benchmark and take a baseline before you do any changes. And then once you're done, make sure you do another benchmark so you can report and go, okay, great, this is the progress I made from this amount of work. That's essentially it. I'd love to know what you do when you are trying to optimize queries. Leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll catch you in the next video.